take to restore Sri Lanka's lost mangrove habitats? With 37,000 acres of tropical estuarine wilderness, our mangroves lie in the meeting points between the fresh water of our rivers and the salt water of our coastal seas. They are meccas of wildlife, including many rare and endangered species found nowhere else on the island. However, recent activity with humans has decimated the growth of these plants. Thankfully, recent conservation projects have tried to reintroduce these plant species in and around Sri Lanka. My name is Sadé Greenwood and I am Miss Sri Lanka for Miss World 2021, and I am the Social and Sustainability Ambassador of the Tokyo Cement Group. We are here in the coastal and rural areas of Trincomalee, where we look into one such conservation project known as the reforestation of the Trincomalee mangroves by the Tokyo Cement Group.
Presence of mangroves in our ecosystem is very important to people as well as animals. Mangroves, as we know, had a very thick, dense root system which gives a lot of protection for the early stage of the fish and crustacean species. So with that, a lot of sea fish in the ocean, they come to do breeding and laying eggs in the mangrove habitats. Main benefit for people, that for the fishermen, that they get fish harvest because they understand that all the fish breeding happens in the mangrove habitats, and it's a direct benefit for the people and as well as the environment, because there are plenty of uses of mangroves for the people. Even we are living somewhere inside the land, because mangroves are called the land builders. They protect soil erosion and prevent the soil erosion, and also build the land by sedimentation of the wash off from the inland.
On December 26, 2004, Sri Lanka was hit by a series of giant tsunami waves which devastated our entire southern and eastern seaboard. But amazingly, there were some areas along the stretch that emerged relatively unscathed, and the main reason for that, scientists believed, were the mangroves. As the tsunami hit the shoreline, the dense cover of the mangroves formed a formidable barrier, reducing the wave's destructive force before it could reach settlements further inland. Our mangroves are clearly one of our most valuable natural resources, and today they are fully protected by law. But it wasn't always this way.
When we talk about the mangroves, their destruction of the last couple of decades, actually last few decades, is mainly due to our development of the country, which is also essential. But projects like aquaculture, early stages, like a lot of mangroves being destroyed for aquaculture farms, that's one of the key reasons of the destruction of mangroves. And also general hotels and other infrastructure development also, it affected because the natural runoff of waterways and all disturbs, so the salinity changes and all this affected negatively on mangroves.
All this meant that in the last 100 years, Sri Lanka raised over 75% of its mangrove forest cover to make room for agriculture and urban development. But all that progress was achieved at a cost.
If we destroy our mangroves, actually it will lose very valuable genetic resource of the country. Fisheries will be definitely affected because especially shrimp and crustaceans and all the young fish is bred inside this mangrove forest. All this land, mangroves and corals, everything are connected in the nature. So when you destroy mangroves, especially the seawater, mangroves are good purifiers. They purify air, purify water, and all the pollutants also mangroves will take care. So if we don't purify this water running to the sea, so definitely corals will be affected, because the water will become murky with the rainy seasons and not enough sunlight penetrating to the corals. So if mangroves are disturbed, definitely corals will be disturbed.
But then in 2015, Sri Lanka became the first nation in history to extend protection to all mangrove habitats. And this allowed replanting efforts, much like this one, make a greater difference. Tokyo Cement's Mangrove Conservation Project began in 2012 in collaboration with the Sri Lanka Navy to reforest a 20-acre stretch of coastline adjacent to the Tokyo Eastern Cement Factory. This was later expanded across the Trincomalee Bay and the Manna coastline. As of today, a full decade later, the partnership has successfully replanted nearly 70,000 mangrove saplings.
We are using here 6 to 7 varieties of local varieties of mangroves. There are the type of mangrove, it is grown in the some specific area. So in some trees are protect in the more saline area and grow well. Some are the big trees, that is different. And every year we are propagating 8,000 to 10,000 mangrove saplings from this special nursery.
Sustainable initiatives like mangrove reforestation aren't just good for the environment, but they also help support local communities. As these saplings grow into fully formed mangrove trees that become part of a thriving ecosystem, their intertwined roots will provide safe breeding grounds for marine life, including many species of fish that are vital to supporting the livelihoods of local fishermen. Sri Lanka's mangroves have been through a lot in the past centuries, but with conservation projects like this, we can be hopeful that they will be restored to their former glory.